This is how to cite a website using MLA and Noodle tools. We're going to select website from select a citation type and hit create citation. When we do that, we'll be asked if it's actually a website. Unlike other kinds of sources, websites are easy to mix up with different types and formats of sources. This could be done as a blog, which is a version of a website that has different rules for citing, an online database, or some of these other options here. Let's say these first two are the, especially a database. You want to make sure that you are not citing your databases as websites. On the first page, you can see up here we're citing a web page from a website. We're citing a specific page. That is common. You don't often cite an entire website. What you're actually looking for are the individual articles on that site. So we have our most recent date of access that's already filled in, and then we have the date of e-publication. When we look on the page, it's found right here on this page, but this can often be at the bottom of the page or somewhere else. So you do have to look around, and that is the case with a lot of the website information. While websites themselves are not hard to cite, the information and where it's located can be in a variety of different places. So we do have to search. The URL is not needed. MLA no longer requires the URL, partly because if we have all of the information, including the author and the name of the web page, we should be able to easily search for it. And the URLs were kind of long and cumbersome on the citation page. Next, I need to give credit to the author of the page. In that case, we have the author's name right here. I'm going to copy his last name just to make sure that I get the spelling right. And notice I've got his name inputted there, but it says suffix. I don't put PhD there. The suffix is only used if it's in the case of maybe a junior or a senior as part of the name. So the web page or document article title. The name of this is Fracking the Pros and Cons. And if I copy it and paste it in, I'm going to get a little bit of a warning. The first letter of words listed here should most likely be capitalized. And so we've got to go through and capitalize them. But what you'll notice is that the warning will not go away. And the reason the warning won't go away is because it's going to tell me that the should be lowercase, but that is not the case since it comes after this hyphen. If there was a colon there, this would also be capitalized. So this is a time when we would not want to follow this. Usually we do want to follow these warnings. This would be a place where we actually do need to keep that capitalized. The title of the article, if you're having trouble figuring it out, often the title of the article, at least on good websites, also appears here at the top on the tab. Fracking the Pros and Cons. That tab title reflects the name of the page that you're on. So that's a good sign. The name of the website itself is the name of this company. And you can see that up here in the URL, but also here it's identified as part of the heading. I'm going to go ahead and put the name of that company there, but of course I want to capitalize the first letter in their title. Now this gets a little bit confusing because publisher and the name of the company, especially with websites, can often be the same thing. You might be repeating the same name. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll the whole way down to the bottom of the page. And sometimes a lot of information or some information is kept right here. In this case, we see that the copyright's held by Elsevier BV. So all they've done is identified it as theirs, so they're the publisher of the site, but it's some division of their company. So we're going to go ahead and type that in. The next piece of information is the editor of the website. In this case, we've got to go and look. There's no editor listed on this page. It's not very clear. If that is the case, you want to definitely check out the home page. And that's all I did was click right here to go to the home page. There are times when the editor's name will be identified on this home page. This one does not identify the editor. The next place to check, if it's not identified there, is the About page. If you check the home page and you check the About page, and neither of them seem to have an editor for the entire website, you're okay to skip that information, which we're going to have to. However, if you just skip it from the start and don't check those places, your citation would be wrong, as the editor information was clearly available and there for you to grab. Same with version and revision. If that was part of the article and we could see that it said this is the second version or it was revised on this date, we might need to include something here, but we don't in this case. I'm going to go ahead and submit my citation. I'll show you a close-up of what it looks like then when it's all done. You can see author's last name, name of the article or the actual web page. We've got the name of the site, name of the publisher, the date, and then and it says web, again saying that it was on a format, and then that's the date of publication, 9 September, and then 22 October is our date of access. So that's how you cite a website. Really, the key with a website is hunting around, not only on the page you're at, but also looking at the home page. And you do have to search for the information, but once you find it, the website citation is pretty straightforward. Thanks.